everybody, welcome back to our channel. Should you stay off social media when you're going through a breakup? So here's the deal. I have seen countless people, especially lately, and I get you when you're in your feelings, you're in your feelings, okay? But I really feel like, and I don't know if you agree with this opinion, but when you're going through a breakup, you really should pause.
Yeah.
And stay off social media for just the teens, just the teens, because some of y'all be on. Look, I'm sorry if this is you. I know this is an unpopular opinion. We're probably gonna get some shit for this. We're probably gonna get all kinds of shit for this, but that's okay, But if you're going through a breakup, y'all, you got to stay off social media for just a minute, because some of y'all are, the post, the picture quotes, the pictures. What is it? Like
I feel like with breakups,
I'm a whole woman now without you.
I feel like when people break up, there's this need to prove how strong you are.
Yeah,
suddenly,
because you want the person to see it.
You feel like right. Like I feel like there's
want the person,
but not only that, or you want that to get back to people,
to
the person. There's some need for people to always feel like like because they weren't strong in the relationship, they feel like they need to be strong outside of the relationship suddenly. It's just like all of a sudden it's like your every post needs to be about your strength. And I think people don't really understand that. I really don't think people understand that. First of all, you're entertaining people. Yeah. No one really believes you're strong. By the way, nobody does that.
They're reading through it.
People who are liking your posts feel sorry for you.
But see what they're wanting though. Yeah. But they wanting though is the person to see it. Right. The person they broke up with. They're wanting them to see it.
There's also this need for your friends to see that you are a strong person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also, and I feel like people like your posts because they either one or two things: they're entertained by you, or they feel sorry for you.
Okay, mostly entertained.
And I was going to say actually mostly feel sorry.
Really?
Because
I was going to say that.
Well, I can understand. Maybe it's a little bit of both.
Well, it is a little bit of both, but I was just thinking it would be more of entertainment. Well, I guess that's what you're saying, because if they actually do love and care for you, then they're not. But what I'm saying is if you're someone who has like followers who don't really know, or if you're someone who accepts friendships or friending people, any request that you get, a lot of people don't even know you. Right. And so they're just looking at you while you're going through your mess, and really maybe not even make fun of you, but they definitely are kind of snickering. Like,
I feel like women become extra sexual, and they do
tons of pictures,
and then all of the memes come out to be women empowerment. Very liberated woman. Right. All of a sudden I can move mountains. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then men get really mad at women. Yeah. Like all of a sudden, every post that they have is about how they want to sexually do a woman, and you know what I mean. It's always pictures of insecure women who are half naked. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or women would get hard too. Women start to. We said this before in other videos. Stop acting hard when you're hurt. Right. This is like something that I've said for years, and I truly believe that. When you're trying to be hard, I don't need that man anyways, whatever, he ain't nothing, but you're trying to be hard when you're actually hurt. I'm telling you, just go ahead and be hurt. And stay off of social media, because people are looking at you crazy.
And stop trying to be whole when you're not. Lord. Breakups are hard. When you break up with someone, and depending on how long you've been with them, and depending on what happened, if you were in just a long relationship, or if you were married, or whatever, and you're getting a divorce, it's hard. There's a part of you that's going away. Yeah. Jeffree Star just broke up with Nate. Yes. That has to be hard. They were together for 5 years. So for him just to move on, that would be extremely difficult.
But you don't see him flexing on...
No. Sometimes it is just what it is. And I feel like people feel alone. So they go on social media to feel not so alone, but they don't want to go on social media feeling sad. So they go on there and they do the opposite. They try to act extra strong, like they've got it all together, and they're just working it out. Well, pain is pain. You know what I mean?
It's hard.
Pain is... whenever... whenever I have ever broken up with someone, it has been really hard. My last boyfriend, I broke up with him. I didn't even get on Facebook because everything, it's tempting. Because when you break up with someone, there's memes that will shoot out at you, and you just want to share them because you're just feeling like that.
Yeah, when you're in like the heat of the moment with your thumbs, you're starting to do this thing. You're like, oh my God, I'm gonna show this person how I look.
Yeah,
I'm looking good. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm feeling strong and I'm healthy. And no one can stop me now. 2020 is gonna be the best year of my life since I got rid of this one. The whole thing. It might be that might all be true, but I'm just saying you're in your emotions, so you might just want to take a step back. And I can get a little bit more personal with this. Okay, so I don't do that. Right. Now on the opposite end, I was dumped. My last boyfriend. I can laugh at this now, y'all, but it's not funny then. Okay, I'm not laughing at anybody who gets dumped, but I can tell the pain. The pain was hard as hell, y'all. Getting dumped, particularly as a woman, is really personally embarrassing. Right. It's embarrassing. I was really in love, so it was really very difficult for me. But I did get dumped. Right. The first thing that I did was stay far away from social media. Because when you're in your feelings. And you're angry and you're upset. You're feeling not desired. You're feeling not cute anymore. Lonely. When you get all engulfed in that social media thing, the first thing that I know, I'm so happy I didn't say, because I was really feeling embarrassed, honestly, and I was trying. I think people try to get their power back by going on social. That's the point. Trying to get their power back by going on social media and trying to show that person I got it together. Right. I got it together, and it's okay not to have it together. If you're going through a breakup, it really is okay not to have it together. You're gonna break up. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I mean, I think my thing was the opposite, because when I broke up with my boyfriend. Yeah. But I think that
I wish I broke up with this person.
But what I'm saying is that I think I must have been really. You were smart. What I'm saying is that I think I was. But what I'm saying is, like, I think I was really done. Yeah. With him, because I felt no need to hurt his feelings. Okay. I felt no need to prove anything. Okay. To the world. Right. About my physical self or my mental self, because I think I was just done. You know what I mean? And I think that when people do this, I don't think they're done.
Oh yeah, no, they're not.
They're not done. You know what I mean? They're very hurt. Yeah. And the thing that makes me sad the most is when people spend a lot of time on social media all day doing it. Picture after picture and quote after quote, and it's just like no one believes that you're not hurt.
Who are you trying to convince? Is that what you're right? Like, I feel like, who are you trying to convince here? Right. Because if you're trying to convince everyone that you're because you're trying to have this appearance that you're doing great when you're not, it's not convincing. Number one, and also I just really honestly think, seriously, on a mental health wise, right? You staying off of it, it's not going to help you to go on there and either spewing out all kinds of negativity about the person that you dumped, or if you're over here over sexualizing yourself. Yeah, this is what Kara was talking about. When I agree with you on this, is that I do see a lot of this when someone has a breakup. And I will also say this, also women who are around our age. Yeah, it looks worse. When you're in your 40s.
When you're in your 20s, it's cute. When you're in your 40s, it's like, oh, Lord.
When
you look desperate. Stop now. It's not. Because, when you're in your 20s, you can throw it to young age and not knowing and immaturity. But when you're 40, you know better. No. You know what I mean? And now you just look sad. Yeah, you look sad. And hurt and embarrassed, yes.
And it's doing the absolute most. When you're in your 40s, there's an extra added bit of personal embarrassment. Right. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't feel desire, you don't feel cute anymore. You start feeling weird, and then you're older, so you also start thinking, oh my God, I'm trying to beat the clock. Now I'm broke out. This relationship's over, and I gotta find a whole new relationship. Oh my God, how am I gonna do this? It's like the way to do that is not to go on. Which is why I think a lot of women our age that break up, the first things they do is go and take snapshots of themselves in a suggestive way. And look, I'm all for women's sexuality. I think it's a beautiful thing. If you're feeling yourself, you're feeling yourself.
But if it's only if it's for you. Not, I mean, like when I'm being cute for men, it's because I also think I'm cute.
100%.
I'm enjoying my photo too. Like, oh yeah, heart. Ooh, that girl's pretty. You know what I mean? I really,
I did. I did that.
Ooh, did Lord. That. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yeah, right. You know, it's like one of those things where I feel like if you can't feel good by yourself, then stay off of it, because you will then again you will like summons every asshole.
You start,
because they know, like, especially when you're a woman, men are very simple, not stupid.
They see you taking those pictures,
and I think a lot of times that it's because I think a lot of times it's because they're simple that they get at us so quickly, because we're so complicated and we think too much and we talk too much.
Very complex.
And they're just observers a lot of times. And they're so simple in everything that they see, oh, look, she's sad.
Yeah.
So then what do? They hop in your inbox and they say what it is that they know you need to hear. And because evidently this man who left you didn't say it, and you're putting up sexy photos of yourself, so obviously you need to feel pretty.
Yes,
and you never want a man who thinks that you need validation.
Ooh,
that's why this is why I don't do that, is because I feel like you never want men to feel, it's like, even if you're not on social media, if you go out in public, say you go to a bar, I'm sure men can see, well, she must have got dumped, or she must have just broke up with someone, because you start acting different.
If I can see it as a woman, I know they can see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see women who are wives. And they were just all about taking care of a man and loving their husband. And then as soon as they get a divorce, they're like, Gloria Steinem. Yeah. All of a sudden. It's like, all of a sudden, they're just like smart and powerful. And we can do everything. It's just like, no, you just got hurt.
You just got hurt. And it's
okay. And you don't want a man who left you to take away that part of you.
Yeah, right.
That's why it's good to, I think, just let people, that's what I'm saying. Like, my last relationship, it was easier for me because I thought it out before I broke up with him. It's like, even before, when I realized it was almost over, I remember I told you I didn't break up with them until 2 weeks after that, officially. Right. Because I was not sure. It was one of those things where I allowed myself to be sure. Because
even though you had to let all that marinate. So you were in a relationship for an extended period of time.
Yours was different, but because, she didn't have time to marinate. Yeah. He's like, he went, peace. He was like, deuces. See you later. But then he came back. What I mean? But then he came back and he was all, trying to be with you. He came back several times. And you were like, I'm sorry, once you dump a woman.
Man, it's a whole, look, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
My ego is completely, my feminism has, my sexual, sexual self has now like diminished. I can't.
Men, when you dump women, don't come back.
Don't come back.
Because that is a hard fall for we feel real stupid. So
but if you come back and the woman accepts you, then you know that is a woman you can really run down.
I mean,
because she's a woman who's accepting.
No way I can go back to that. No way. Right. Even like thinking about it, like I'm like, man, there's no way in hell I can go back to this person. First of all, I'm loyal. Right. I'm a loyal person. So when someone just cuts out, where's loyalty? For really, honestly, not.
I think that people. Don't you think though?
It was for a good reason. Right. Honestly, I'm glad this person did me a favor. Found that out later.
Right.
Not later. When you start healing, this is why you gotta take time for self. When you start healing, you start to see, oh, he did me a favor. So now
the universe is working in my favor.
Right. So let's get this one out. Okay, it happened that way. Hashtag dumped. Hashtag dumped. But it's okay. It gets better. By the way, if any of you guys have been dumped, I'm letting you know it gets better. Right. So I'm not trying to be funny right now. I'm serious. It does get better. It's hard. It's not fun. I
think there are relationships though. I've been dumped. I think there are relationships where you have to get dumped, and then there are relationships where you have to leave.
You have to leave. Yeah.
And I think there's a learning lesson on both ends.
I agree.
Because a lot of times people won't leave someone. Yeah. They have to get left.
Yes.
And then there are some people where you need to be more you need to dump them for yourself. Okay. Not because, like, that's how I felt about me. Yeah. It's like I felt like I was at a crossroads here, because all the relationships I had before this relationship, I pretty much let them sort of walk all over me because I wanted to be everything for people. Yeah. And I felt like the universe or God or, whatever you choose to call it, I felt he was saying to me, no, you're not going to get dumped. You're going to have to leave a man. Yeah. Because if you don't leave him, what that says is that you're okay with men treating you this way. And I don't think you really want that. And I think you're better than that. Right. And so took me 2 weeks before because I didn't talk to him for 2 weeks. He was like, what's going on? You're not calling me. And I was like, oh yeah, brother, I don't want to be with you no more. No, I didn't do that. No, but I was like, it took me 2 weeks mostly because I wanted to make sure that I was serious.
Okay.
About actually, you can say you want to break up with somebody, and 2 weeks later they say the right thing and you're back with them. You know what I mean? And so I was like, no, I am done here. This is I'm too good for this. I deserve better than this, and I don't know what I'm thinking. Let me get out of this. And so when I did get out of it, it did make me feel stronger, but not because I hurt him or dumped him, because I didn't. You know what I mean? He really dumped himself. Yeah. You know what I mean? But because I chose myself. And I think that a lot of people, the reason why they go on social media and they act this way is not because they are trying to prove it to someone, but I do feel like it's because in the relationship they were in, they gave their whole self to someone. And I don't think that you should really do that. A relationship, you have to have yourself even when you're in a relationship. Yeah, because you can't be everything for someone. You can't be everyone's happiness. You can't make anyone happy. They have to be happy on their own. You can't be all of everything for someone. You have to be an individual.
But there's people who do believe that once you get in a relationship, all of a sudden you have to drop who you are. I'm a true believer in when you're in a relationship, you really do have to have your own life. You need to be together as a unit. And as a team, so I think that relationships are your team members, your best friends, supposed to be all that, right? But you will lose yourself if you don't have your own life,
right?
If you're all like, I am a very affectionate person. I like to be around my significant other. When I'm with somebody, I like to be around them a lot, and have that kind of bond with that person. But it's extremely important for me to have my alone time or my sister's my best friend, so like having my time with my sister or my friend or whatever it is, just for just so you guys can have a minute to miss each other. That's another thing. It's like you need to miss each other a little bit, right? I feel like when you're always underneath there, if a woman or even a man, some men do that too. I always gotta be around it's like, yes, be interested in me, be all about me, be a fanatic of me, please, right? But you do have to have your own life. I would hate it if I was with someone and a man and he didn't have his own life somewhere, like something he loves doing without others all the time. Right. You know what I mean? Like, and I would have that too. And then we have things that we love doing together and we can have that kind of like unit, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think every couple might be different though. Yeah. Some couples love being they say they do, all up underneath each other. But I do think just for mental health situations like that, you do need to know how to be right without your significant other all the time. I mean, like, there has to be some point.
Yeah, I think you have to be. Your time. I think in relationships you have to have. You have to be interesting.
Me too. Yeah,
I think that if you're always around someone or always trying to prove something to your significant other, or you're just always around them, I think that you become uninteresting. Yeah, that's what the miss me part of it is. Sometimes I think that it's better to have some time where you're not like take separate vacations. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like like be with your friends separately. You don't have to do all your hobbies together, and you don't have to be the same.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That you don't have to be the same.
Right. You don't have to be the same to be enjoyable. I think that the best relationships are people who have a life outside of each other, and they come together because in the beginning of relationships are the most interesting because you just met and you're getting to know each other. You had different lives, but somehow when you get together. And then you guys blend your life together, but then you forget that you have that you're an individual. Then all of a sudden you become uninteresting to the person because they see you every day. Yeah. You guys are doing everything together. And then there's this, if you're an insecure person, you see it's like you want the person to validate you all the time.
And you forget, what I mean? Through that, you forget who you are. Right. When you're looking for other people to validate you, like you will forget who you are and you'll morph into whatever that person, whatever you, at least what you think that person's wanting you to be. And that's a whole mess. That's an entire mess.
Like, it's like, even if you're like a housewife, I would encourage you to do something that has nothing to do with your family. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Something you love doing for you. That you can say, I love doing this for me. I love doing this. And it doesn't include my kids. Doesn't include my husband. This is the little moment in my life where this is something I love doing for myself. That really does make you feel like a whole person.
Like, I watched a movie once where this man was really uninterested in his wife. Wife was quite attractive. Yeah. But he was just really unattracted to her. He was just, he was just not attracted to her really anymore. And he was like, messing around with women at his job and just in general. And one day they didn't want to get a divorce, or they were somewhere in the separation, almost there. And she started doing other things. Like, she realized that everything she was doing to get his attention wasn't getting. So she did something for herself.
Right.
And she started really doing things for herself. She started going to work out, and she started hanging out with her friends more. And then suddenly she looked different
Oh, really?
to him. Because now she looked all shiny and new again. Yeah. Because not only does she look good because she's going out more and she's doing more, and she's literally legitimately loving herself, having fun. You know what I mean?
Loving her own company.
Then he like didn't want to be with this girl he was messing around with anymore. Yeah, because his wife looked like the new woman again, the woman he met before, and it was just a lesson of sometimes it is better to just be separate. Yeah, and to do things separately and come together and then be, like come together and talk about your day. Yeah, your day shouldn't be the same, and it shouldn't be always the same. Yeah, and what happens, I think, is when people feel some sense of failure that they couldn't get through to someone, that they broke up, and now they feel like, now I'm mad. So now I'm going to go on social media and act like, sometimes like a hoe. Well, you know what I mean? And you're not a hoe. You don't want people to think that's who you are. Because
the idea is to show the person what they're missing.
Yeah.
You're not. We're not together anymore, so this is what you're missing. Click. Right. This is, and then it's the back shots and it's all that. And look. Do whatever you want to do.
If I took a topless picture of myself right now, 1,000 men would like it because I'm topless. You're not doing anything to make this man jealous. Not really. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're not. I mean, because he knows as well, he's a man too. So he knows that if he was looking at that picture, he'd like it also. Yeah. So you're not really getting back at the person. Really, you're just really making a fool of yourself.
Yeah, but it's like showing them what they're missing.
But they're not.
And that person is not. They know what you're doing. Yeah. So
now you just look pathetic.
Now, so now you've crossed over. Now we've gone from, it's just easier just to be sad. Right. Just be sad for a minute. But now you are crossing over to now pathetic. Right. And that's not good. And again, I am not someone who is, if you love the way that you look, you want to take a picture of yourself, you think that's great. You want to write all kinds of positive things. I'm all about positivity. If you know anything about us, you know what's about positivity. You know what I mean? Love that. But as long as you're doing it for you, when you're doing it because you're trying to show someone what they're missing, they're not missing much.
You don't have to prove anything.
Because
you don't have to prove anything.
Nothing to prove.
You don't have to prove anything. You did it in the relationship.
And you have to believe that you're enough. Right. If you do not believe that you're enough, you're going to do that. If you must have not believed that you were enough somewhere. Right. Somewhere in there in your previous relationship, there was something that happened. Every relationship is different, breakups are different, but there's something that's an underlying issue that was always there because you wouldn't be acting like that.
I mean, and I have friends, I have friends that are divorced. Yeah. And both, I'm friends with both the husband and the wife.
Right. I know. Yeah,
and you should watch them. They're both doing it. Yeah. It's just like, what are you guys doing? Everybody is seeing that you guys completely have changed. This isn't who you are. You know what I mean? This is
someone specifically that I'm thinking about. I think of the person you're thinking about. But
and it's just like, it looks really sad. Yeah. And it looks like you're better than this.
They're like they're trying to outpost each other.
Right.
They're trying to outpost each other. And I'm like, and honestly, everyone's just kind of looking at this like, like what they need to do this. This is embarrassing. Right. Because now they both look pathetic. See, I'm being successful. Look how successful I am
this
now.
This one guy, he's divorced, but he took a picture of himself with this really hot girl in like Vegas or something, right? Yeah. And it's like, you're not dating her.
You're not dating her.
You took a picture with her. It's like taking a picture of yourself in front of a Ferrari and then acting like that's your car. It's not. You're not dating her, and everybody knows that.
That's so whack.
You know what I mean? You look like you're not doing anything with her. She just took a picture with you. Right. So what are you trying to? You're just trying to show that you can date hot women now? You know what I mean? Like you thought your wife was hot when you met her.
Or the illusion of hot women. Right. Maybe but sometimes you just have to sit back and be like, okay, I'm not going to post. Yeah. You know what? Because I'm telling you that it's like
you don't post that will let me tell you my ex-boyfriend, I didn't post for weeks. And he was like, oh, shit. Like, what happened? Because I didn't do anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? I literally was a ghost town. You know what I mean? And it wasn't because I really just wanted to stay away from social media, mostly because I'm friends with a lot of his friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was over. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than putting up a post and then people will comment under it. And now you got to talk about it.
You got to talk about
and I don't want to talk about him. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about him. I'll talk about him with you because you're my friend off camera. Yeah. But I'm not going to talk about it with people that first half the list I don't really know. And the other half I haven't seen since high school. Yeah. And the other part is like family that I don't talk to.
Well, you know what I mean? my ex, when he broke up with me, there was some people knew us to be together. So, when I became single, you know, it was, I guess to some people it was a little shocking. So people under were like, oh my God, you know, what happened? You know,
you changed your status.
I changed my status.
So that's different. If you change your status and then men are waiting, that's just going to happen.
Different.
Because, you know, there are a lot of men who want to date you.
Yeah.
That they're not dating you because you're with someone, but now they realize that you're just single.
Right.
Then they'll be trying to date you. But when you start...
I changed my status and I went off of social media. When I got back onto social media, there was like, oh my gosh, no, what happened? Oh my God. And I'm pretty much private. Even in relationships, I'm pretty private. You know what I mean? Like, and I like my relationships to be kind of like my relationship, you know, be somewhat private, not terribly, but so I'm the person who's not going to be like I've seen people do this where someone goes, oh my God, you guys broke up, what happened? And then someone will write, the person who got broken up with will say, oh, he was a no good, or she was a dirty whatever, and you know, start going off and telling everybody exactly what happened. And when it happened with me and people asked me what happened, I was like, just didn't work out. Right. And I left it right there. Yeah. Just didn't work out. You know, no bad feelings. Don't send no hate over there to him.
And sometimes it's really not. Like with my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. I don't really hate.
But
I don't like
more
hate.
than that though, I really didn't feel hurt. I didn't feel like I wanted to hurt him.
Yeah, no.
At all. To me, breakups happen because people are ignoring the elephant in the room. Yeah. And they choose to do that over and over and over and over again until you can't do it anymore, until the person either dumps you or you find out they've cheated or they, you know, just something will happen and then it's just like you can't look at it anymore or people start to find out about your problems or just
you didn't address an underlying issue that you just kind of
pushed you to a breakup.
And then that's what happens.
That's what it is. And you can be hurt, but mostly what you're hurt is you stayed in it too long. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you can date all kinds of people who don't treat you well. Yeah. But if you don't stay in it that long, it can be just a funny conversation, a funny story. Oh my God, I dated an asshole last night. Let me show you what he did. It's so crazy. But if you stay in a relationship with a real jerk for a really long time, whether you're a woman, because women can be jerks too. Oh yeah. If you're a man and you stay with a woman who is literally treating you like crap, but you as a man stayed in that relationship, there's some part of your worth that you don't feel that you deserve anything better than this.
Yeah, this is not just
I don't care how good the woman looks either. You know what I mean?
Because it's not just about you know, women getting treated wrong. There's men out there that are getting treated wrong too. And there are some jerk women out there that will do that. But if you are putting up with it, I'm saying the same thing I say with women. If you're putting up with it, guys, there's something going on with you. You should want more for yourself.
There's a guy on my Facebook page that since I've known him on Facebook, and I don't know him personally, but since I've known him, he only puts up sexual content of women like being whores. All the time, talking about what they need to do. Everything's a cartoon figure of a woman spread eagle somewhere doing something on her knees, or you know what I mean. And it's just like one day I was like, "You just hate women, don't you?" And he was like, "No, they just jokes." I said, "No, it's not jokes. You don't spend 2 years putting up content like this unless you have some real problem with a woman." Yeah. Sometimes things are funny. Like when I see there are jokes, I'll watch Kevin Hart or you know Eddie Murphy or something,
Dave Chappelle,
and you know. Anyone, and you'll laugh at it, and it'll be a sexual joke to a woman. I think you know, Dave Chappelle said a funny joke that day about women over 36 not being good. You know,
it was funny.
You know, and that is funny. Sometimes there are sexual jokes, but if it's every day, all day, then you have a problem with women. Yeah, and they've hurt you somewhere, and you think that I'm just joking is getting people are thinking that. Yeah. But really, people are looking at you like, God, he must have got hurt.
Yeah, my favorite ones are the church guys. These are my favorite ones. These are the church guys that are being churchy one minute, and the next minute you look at their all their feed on their Instagram feed and stuff, and there's all kinds of sexual, crude, lame, really jokes about women, and it's like
really. So you have no game, and instead of you know fixing that, you're just gonna be better.
You can feel the hate.
Okay, look, you're hurt, guys. Just stay off social media when you feel that way.
Go back to the beginning.
You start looking very desperate and sad.
Please,
and again, like Danielle said earlier, it's one thing when you're 20. It's a different when you start hitting a certain age. You start looking like a person who can't get someone.
You look a bit desperate, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, you look a little bit desperate. That's why
I know it didn't feel like that, but if you could see yourself outside of yourself, you would see. Like I encourage a lot of people, go back into your archive and your Facebook.
I've done that.
Just now. Go back into your archive and look what you've put up in the last 6 months.
Have you grown?
Look at that and then think to yourself, do you sound bitter Do you sound lame?
Do you sound the same?
Do you sound the same? Right.
You look at the post for 6 years ago and you still saying the same thing.
Right.
Y'all.
Right.
You still saying the same thing. I mean, come on, let's get it together.
Right.
Can't be doing that.
There are other fish in the sea. And I know that sounds lame, but that is true. Yeah. There are better people out there for you. And you'll never get that if you're still trying to prove to the person that's left that you're doing good when you're not. True. You know what I mean? You have to be doing good on your own, and you have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and think, I'm a pretty awesome person. I don't really need to sit back and prove to anyone, not even a guy coming in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or a woman coming in that I'm not the best thing that ever happened. Right. You know what I mean? And the truth is that someone is looking for you. Right. And you don't want to talk to dates your breakups about your ex. Your breakups, yeah, it's true. You don't want to go on dates and start talking about what you just left. Right. So, I agree. And you will. So I don't know. First things first, stop embarrassing yourself. Please take those pictures down. Stop snapping photos of yourself. You're gonna be embarrassed. No one is impressed by that. Everybody's looking at you like, wow, that person really screwed you. A year from now, you're gonna look back at that and it's gonna pop up as your memory. And you're like, oh my god, man. I took that picture. Every day you're gonna have a memory because you post it every day. You're like, God, I did this every day. Did I take that picture? Yeah. Look at that picture. I can't believe I posted that. So I don't know, y'all. Get off social media. As soon as the breakup happens, I'm telling you, turn off your phones. I mean, and you're welcome. Right. You're welcome for this advice because you're gonna believe me. You'll be happy. You'll be happy when you're just thinking, maybe y'all gonna be like, Danielle and Kara said to do this, and I'm so happy I didn't go. Okay, you guys. So we're running out of time. We're gonna go ahead and get going. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like and comment and hit the bell. There's a lot of things to do, but not really. And then if you get a chance, go over to our Facebook page and follow us on Facebook as well. We are going to be getting a Instagram Instagram page. Started as well. So we'll be sending out. Just go ahead and like that too. Comments with Karen and Danielle all across the board. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you subscribing, and that's it. So we shall see you either we post now, you guys, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and so we have content always up for you guys to see. So thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great day. Bye.